Okay, so this is a second rant. I know I made one yesterday, but today I have something I'm very angry about, and I thought I would share it with you guys because I need to blow off some steam, and I don't really have anyone else to talk to. So, um, I've been trying to change my name for like a month now. In Wisconsin, I tried changing it, but to change your name in Wisconsin, you need to have it in the newspaper for like 3 weeks or something. And I was moving in 2 weeks, and I was like, oh, I can't do it. So I waited very patiently until I got down here. I finally got down here, and I I go online and I look at how I'm supposed to do this, and I got a pretty good grasp on how I'm supposed to do it. It said to fill out a petition, that I need to submit my fingerprints for a criminal records check, and then I take it to court and they change it hopefully at some point. So I go to my school, I print out these petition forms, I fill out the petition forms. Then it's on to my fingerprints. And this was the hardest fucking stage for me because it took me like over a week to just get my fingerprints submitted. And that sounds kind of crazy. Like, why don't I just go and do it? Because that's what I tried doing. I went to go and fucking do it. And I go to the South Daytona Police Department because that's the one closest to my home. And they're like, oh, do you have a fingerprint card? We can't fingerprint you if you don't have a fingerprint card. And I was like, I'm just trying to independently change my name. Like, do you think I just pull the fucking fingerprint card out of my ass? Like, no, where do I fucking get this fingerprint card? They're like, well, we only do fingerprints here for criminals anyway, so you're gonna have to go to this police department. And so they lead me to a different police department, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck? And, like, the new one, like, I go in, and they tell me that, oh, you're in the wrong place. You need to go to the court. And I was like, okay. And so then I drive all the way to the fucking court. But this sounds like I'm doing this all in one day, but really it's multiple different days because when I show up at these places, the next place they're telling me to go to is already closed. So I have to wait till tomorrow to do this. So this is like 3 days. So I'm at the court, day 3, and I'm like, I need to change my name. I need my fingerprints to be done so I can do that. And they're like, what are you doing at the court then? You need to go across the street to the fucking fingerprint place, the police department. And I was like, okay. And then I go to the police department and they're like, oh, we don't have fingerprints until Thursday. And I was like, are you kidding me? Because it was Friday, mind you. So I had an entire week to wait till I could do my fucking fingerprints at this fucking place. So I wait a week, very patiently. Today is the day. Today is Thursday. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go do my fingerprints. I'm going to have this shit done. And I go in, and I made it, like, on time. They weren't closed yet. And I'm like, okay, I'm here to do my fingerprints. And they're like, do you have a fingerprint card? And I was like, okay, this is, like, the 5th place that's asked me if I have a fingerprint card. And they keep telling me to come here, there, everywhere. Where do I get the fingerprint card? Like, where do I get it? And they're like, oh, you just get it from the gun store. And I was like, okay, I'm going to the gun store. And then I went to the gun store, and there's all these men around buying fucking firearms for no fucking reason, just so they could have them and have a big dick or whatever the fuck they do. And I'm like, I just need a fingerprint card. That's all I need. And they're like, okay, well, that's gonna be $5. Are you sure you don't want to try it? No, I don't want to try your new fucking whatever the fuck, your knife, your taser, your fucking pistol. I don't need it. I don't need any of that. I need the fingerprint card. I need to get out of here because this place is scary as shit and there's a bunch of creepy men in here. So I get my $5 fucking piece of paper where I put my fingerprints on. I take it back to the fingerprint place. They're still open. Thank God they're still fucking open. And I'm like, okay, I need my fingerprints done. They're like, okay, it's gonna be $7. I was like, whatever. And I just threw $7 at them because I was like so done. I was like, take my money, do my fingerprints. And like this cop, he's like kind of dilly-daddling on the computer, like taking his sweet-ass fucking time to do my fucking fingerprints. And I'm like, okay, guys, let's go. Let's fucking go. And, like, I do my fingerprints. He prints me out, me and a copy. I was like, finally. I'm holding the paper. I'm like, yes. And then I called the court because I'm going to make sure, like, they're open before I go there and get a court date. So I call the court, and they're like, oh, what do you need? But, like, they're saying, what do you need after I'm, like, on hold for 15 minutes? So I'm kind of, like, short with them a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to change my name. I've got my petition. I've got my fingerprints. I just need a court date, and I'm going to come in. I'm going to get it. Is that okay? Are you guys open? Can I do that? And they were like, we're open, but that's not how you change your name. And I was like, what do you mean that's not how I change my name? On the floridacourts.com, it told me how to fucking change my name, and that's what I'm doing right now. And she's like, oh, yeah, you know, we do it differently now. You come in, and we do all that fingerprint stuff for you, and then, yeah, we just change it that day. And I was like, well, I was there the other day, and you guys didn't stop me when I went to, like, all these places to get my fingerprints done. And she was like, I'm sorry about that. Just come in, and we can do it for you. And I was like, okay, I'm on my way right now. And she's like, just so you know, it's $400. I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, it's $400 for us to change your name. I was like, what do you mean it's $400? Like, who has $400 to change their name? And she's like, well, to do it, you need to have $400. You got to have it. And I was like, I was pissed at this point, so I hung up on her. I hung up on her because I couldn't. I fucking couldn't. I looked online, and I had to confirm this. I was like, is she just bullshitting me? And I'm looking, and I was like, sure fucking enough. It's $400 to change your name. But on a different website, it's $30 to change your last name if you got married. But it's $400 to change your first name. I'm not understanding this at all. Like, I was not happy with this knowledge that I went through all this effort to change my name just to be told I was doing it wrong, and that if I wanted to do it right, I needed $400 fucking dollars. Like, I'm a fucking college student. I don't have a job because I tried to get one. I tried to put in my transfer from my work up in Wisconsin to down here, and they were like, oh, we can't transfer you because you have tattoos. Like, oh, dear fucking lord, I don't want my tattoo to get in the fucking food. Like, what the fuck? But anyways, like, I have no money. I don't have $400. Like, I honestly don't know what they expect me to fucking do. So I just thought I would, like, warn you ahead of time. If you are transgender and you live in Florida and you want to change your name legally, make sure you're fucking rich as shit, because no one has fucking $400 to do all that bullshit. And don't think you can do it by yourself, because she told me, doesn't matter if I got the fingerprints, doesn't matter if I filled out the form by myself and did it all by myself and did all this effort. No, they have to do it for you, and it's $400. That's sick. That's real sick. That's really sick. I'm just letting you guys know it's sick, and I'm pissed.